Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Stephen Carroll with Lizzie Burden, and we're joined by Bloomberg's breaking news editor Louise Moon for more. Louise, let's start then with European defence stocks on the slide today. What's the latest?
Indeed, sliding across Europe. And this is on the back of news overnight of Trump saying he's going to meet Putin again. So that's for the second time. And he says this could come within 2 weeks or so. So we're expecting that meeting to happen. They had a phone call yesterday and agreed to meet in Budapest. So details surrounding that are still to be confirmed, but that is expected. And of course, this is to talk about ending the war in Ukraine. There's some optimism that it could result in a ceasefire. And on top of that, Trump is also meeting Zelensky in the White House this evening, Friday evening. So this is impacting defence stocks across the continent. Obviously, they've been rallying as governments have increased spending on defence over the past year longer. But today they're falling on this news. So Rheinmetall down over 5%, BAE Systems down over 3%, but falling really across Europe on the back of this news.
I need some good news, Louise. I'm looking at BBVA shares up more than 5%. Why is that when they've just failed on their Sabadell bid?
Well, indeed, it's a bit of a mixed one. So their $19 billion bid for Sabadell failed. As you say, shareholders rejected that. Sabadell shares are falling, but BBVA is rising. Essentially, analysts are saying it's a bit of a relief. It ends uncertainty. So it's a blow to the bank in terms of, they wanted to buy Sabadell, but that these are some positives that it brings an end to this uncertainty. This has been going on for over a year. And analysts are saying that they now expect BBVA to kind of focus on their own strategy. So it's a sharpening of that focus, executing their own goals. And we had an interview with the BBVA chairman this morning on Bloomberg TV saying, we close this chapter and we move on. So it's a bit of a relief. BBVA can focus on itself, and that's boosting their shares this morning despite that failed bid.
Yeah, indeed, up over 5% in Madrid. Sabadell down almost 8% there. Let's go to Pearson next in the UK, the education services company. Investors seem pleased with what they've heard from them.
Indeed, their gains are leading the FTSE 100 this morning. This is after their third quarter results, which came in quite strong. But the main thing that's being focused on is they're reaffirming their guidance for the year and saying that's going to be weighted towards the fourth quarter. So there had been some worries cited over the past week or so that they really needed a fourth quarter boost to be able to hit their full year goals. So this is kind of alleviating those concerns. They're saying that will happen. And so that's boosting their share price this morning, as I say, leading the FTSE 100. Digging into their results this morning, higher education unit is slightly weaker, but a lot of the growth elsewhere and a lot of that is coming from AI, which is obviously, boosting a lot of sectors at the moment. So helping Pearson and going to hit their full year goals.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.